right, good morning everyone. Welcome to warm-up day 51. And it's Monday today, and Kiki is ready, you can see. Ready to warm up, Kiki? Yeah. Thank you for anyone who joins me live today. Let me just see here. As always, leave me a comment if you join me at any point live or later on. Let me know that you were here. Say hello, because I don't know unless you leave a comment. So there you go. And it's a gorgeous day here in New York City, in Brooklyn. So we're going to start on the floor today. So come on and join me in your space, in my space. Tilt this down a bit. There we go. So we're going to begin on our backs. So come onto the floor and onto your back. And let's begin very generously yawning and stretching our bodies. Yawn into the morning, into the day, and then let it go. And again, feed in a yawn, add a stretch through your body. And then relax. And again, yawning and stretching into any part of your body that needs it. And then let it go. And again, we're going to do it, usually I tend to do things in 3 like this, but let's yawn and stretch again. But before you do, really take stock of whatever place in your body might be yearning, might be just aching for this yawn and stretch. Good morning, Midori. So find that part of your body that needs a stretch and yawn and stretch into that part of your body. And let it go. And as you let the breath release out of you, you return to relaxation, complete relaxation through your whole body. And then continue this in your own time, yawning and stretching. Really letting the incoming breath open up the spaces in your body, the spaces that might still be sleeping, still be in bed. So that with each yawn and stretch, you're becoming more conscious of yourself in this moment. That the yawn and the stretch is not an opportunity or a moment to go back to sleep, to go back to bed, but to move forward into the present and then into the future. And continue, if you need to, for the next moment or two. Yawning and stretching. And then, on your own time, let yourself relax and settle onto the floor. And if you need a little padding for your head, grab it. If you're on a hard floor, like I am. And then let your body settle. Let your arms just be down by your sides, wherever is most comfortable. Feel the benefit of those yawns and stretches. The life energy that those have brought to you, to your body this morning. And maybe the tingly sensation of consciousness in your body. now bring your attention to your breath. And allow the breath to come in and out through soft, open lips. Feeling the movement of the breath in your middle. And if you want, you can flop a hand onto your middle to feel how your breath is moving you. And as the breath comes in through your mouth, it adds to that feeling of aliveness, that feeling of perhaps tingliness or buzziness that you found, if you found it, with your yawns and stretches. And as each breath releases out of you, it's not that that feeling goes away, but perhaps it sort of softens a bit. And then another breath comes in and it brings that sense of life, that sense of awareness and connection, fullness into you. And the breath releases out on a loose, sloppy F sound. And that feeling, while still conscious of that, softens a bit. And then from this everyday rhythm of your breath, feed in your medium sigh of breath. And notice how that moves you more and fills you more, fills you with that feeling more. And again, that medium sigh. And then go to the big one, the big sigh, the big deep down sigh. Feel how that's different than the others. How much that brings into you, how much that breath energy enlivens you with that deep down sigh of relief. Again, the big sigh. And then back to the medium. And back to the little one, just that everyday rhythm. And as you stay in dialogue, in contact with this small, everyday rhythm of your breath, feeling that as each breath comes in, it enlivens you, it moves you. And now allowing that breath to go all the way down in your body, mind's eye, down to your right foot. And as that little breath comes into your body, it drops down into your right foot, and it moves your right foot on the outgoing sigh of breath for however long that breath is. And it's probably going to be quite short and small. And then there's a moment of nothing. And then the next incoming breath, that small little breath, comes in through your mouth, drops down to the right foot, and it moves it. And then when the breath is over, the foot relaxes. Again, playing with this everyday natural rhythm of your breath, going down to your right foot and moving that foot, perhaps for pleasure. Maybe it feels pleasurable, maybe it doesn't feel pleasurable, but it moves that right foot because the outgoing breath is the expression, and that gets expressed through the right foot. And now it's a medium sigh, and that medium sigh comes in through your mouth, and it moves your lower leg from your knee all the way down through your foot. the right leg. And it's the outgoing side that enlivens your right leg from your knee down. And because this is a medium sigh of breath, it might and will probably take a bit longer to sigh out. It's a longer thought. So your leg from the knee down will move a bit longer. And now you can actually make this take a little longer if you allow it to come and release out on a sloppy F sound because you're obstructing the breath. Or if you let it release on an open sigh, it might take a little less time, but you can play around with that. But now feeding in that deep, big, huge sigh of breath, and that breath is going to come in through your mouth, and it's going to move and animate all the way down from your right hip socket down through the leg, so the entire right leg gets moved by the outgoing breath. And then a moment of nothing. And then another big breath will come in, and it moves and activates your right leg. And it brings life and energy and thought into that leg. And it can shake your leg. It can twirl your leg. It can move your leg from side to side in the hip socket. It can judder your leg. It can make your leg move in a wave. It can be quite jittery. It can move your leg in any way that the breath wants to or finds its expression through. But a big, deep sigh of breath animates and activates your right leg. And again, if you desire, you can let that come to a loose, sloppy F, and that will give you a little bit more duration in that expression. Or it can be an open sigh, which will take less time and will move your leg for less. Now let that go, and now let the thought of that big, huge sigh now come and animate your left leg. And a moment of nothing. And then a medium sigh moves you from your knee down. Just to feel what the difference is. And then a little sigh of breath, a little touch of breath, moves your foot, your left foot. And you can register the difference in those, how the breath, the difference in the thought of the breath becomes a different expression through your body, through your leg. And now you can play around with all different levels of expression through your breath. So the small breath, the medium breath, and then the big breath. And you can do that on your own time. I won't lead you through it. But just remembering that the breaths are not all the same. So your expression as a human being is never the same. Even the expression of your breath. So you might choose to let this just happen to you as it wants to. Or you might choose to actively say, I want to express a big or a medium expression of breath through my left leg, and then you can do that. You can choose to be moved by however it is that the spirit moves you, so to say. Which is a bit more of perhaps an unconscious reaction. Or you can choose to say, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to express a huge, big, round movement of my leg. And you can do that on your own time. And both are okay. Both have their application. Now, think down into your pelvis. No, lies. Let's come to our arms first. So let's come to our arms and into your right arm, and let a breath come in through the mouth and move and animate your right arm. And it's only going to move and animate as much of your right arm as is the breath that you fed in. So a large, medium, or small breath. So it may only move your fingertips if it's a little breath. If it's a medium breath, it might move your hand and maybe your lower arm. And if it's a big breath, it might actually move your whole arm from the shoulder socket all the way around. But remember to return to relaxation after each outgoing breath. And then you wait. You wait for a new impulse, a new thought, a new feeling. And then whatever breath comes in, that breath moves down through your arm and gets expressed out as a shake, as a quiver, as a twirl, as a pulse, as a whatever. And you register the feeling of that. You register what that expression felt like and what that might imply for you. What does it mean to express something through my arm or hand in that way? What does it communicate? And then think down to your left arm and let yourself play with the possibilities of breath moving and expressing through your left arm. But your arm, your hand, your fingertips will not move unless the breath expresses outwardly through them. The thought moves the breath moves the arm. And now you can play back and forth between your left and your right arm, big, medium, and small impulses, moving and animating your arms one at a time, or both if you want to. It's totally up to you. But not just moving your arms because your breath is moving your arms, but really going, what does that feel like? What does that mean? What does that express? Why are we doing this? We're doing this to consciously bring into our consciousness how we express ourselves. And that the breath, being a byproduct of your thought, feeling, impulse, is what is becoming the expression. And now let your thought come down into your pelvis, this rather big area of the pelvis, perhaps. And your breath is going to move your pelvis on the outgoing breath. And you may choose to let the breath move your legs so that your feet are flat on the floor and that your pelvis can actually move off the ground with your feet in contact with the floor and your knees bent. Now your pelvis may move in such a way that it actually moves your legs, that it rolls you onto your side or your lower body onto your side, that it actually lifts off the ground in a judder or a shake, and it might move your lower spine as well. The breath moves your pelvis, moves your sacrum, moves your tailbone, moves all of those bits. And now think into your torso, and the torso now starts to get involved with this dance. And the breath starts to move your torso as well. And because your arms are attached to your torso, your arms may also get moved by this breath. And now allow your thought to drop into any random body part that we've explored so far, and let the breath move and animate that body part. A foot, an arm, your shoulder blades maybe, your pelvis, your knees maybe it's just your knees. And yes, maybe your head and neck also get involved with this exploration. It might bring you onto your side. It may roll you onto your belly, and that's totally okay. And now begin to invite the possibility that the breath, which is now coming in freely and moving any body part that it wants to, that the breath now turns to vibration. And it's the vibrations of your voice that now begin to animate and activate your body parts. And maybe you begin with a touch of sound, in some part of your body. And the thought drops into wherever body part it drops into, and then a touch of sound, or 3 or 4 bubbles of sound. Animate and activate that part of your body. And then you can play with medium size. And then you can play with the big ones, the big size of breath. And again, it's the outward movement of the vibrations. It's the expression of your voice that is moving and expressing through your body. And you never have to push, you never have to manufacture, because you're feeding in this impulse on the incoming breath. And that turns into a sigh, an impulse, a vibrational release through a body part. Ah. And you can begin to explore the possibility of different frequencies of thought, feeling, energy. In other words, different pitches. However that comes through you, it does not have to be planned. Always returning to relaxation, always returning to that moment of nothing. Now continuing with this exploration of letting the thought with the breath, which becomes vibration, which moves a body part, in the next, I don't know how many, 4, 5, 6, begin to move you from the floor up to standing. But you don't have to rush to get there. But just know that these dialogues or expressologues are going to take you from the position on the floor to a standing position. Here. And they can be big, little, or medium sized, or anywhere between. And feeling what it is, what the implication, what does this mean, what does this feel like to express through these parts of your body on unformed sound. Beginning to find your way to standing, taking your time. You might start to really begin to feel that you almost turn into different creatures or different sensibilities in your body, and you can register whatever that is for you. Coming up to standing in the next 4 of these or 5. And as you come to standing, continue with this exploration. And you continue, and you can even begin to let this move you through your space, move you through your room. The breath comes in, it turns to sound, and that moves a body part in any way that it wants to. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Ha. If you are finding yourself moving through the room, I would encourage you to let your eyes open so that you can see where it is that your body vibrations are taking you. Always returning to relaxation, never rushing to get to the next thought. Something will come in. Ha, ha, ha. If you find that my sound is influencing you in a way that you don't find useful, you can always put me on mute for a little bit. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. Ooh. 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 And beginning to, in the next 4 or 5 of these impulses, beginning to let go of that dialogue of breath to sound to body, trilogue, quadrilogue, impulse to breath to sound to body. Beginning to let that come to stillness in your body. And as you bring your body back to stillness, now become aware of what that exploration has done for you, what it's brought to you, what it's given you, how you feel. How you feel in your body, in your breath, in your sense of vibrations, and in whatever language is most comfortable for you, say, I feel, and whatever it is that you feel right now. I feel vibratory buzz. And now standing comfortably with this, hopefully, much deeper connection to yourself and to the expressive possibilities of your voice through your body. Let your body now release those vibrations up and over the roof of your mouth and shake your jaw loose. And let your body now, as you stay connected to your arms and your legs and your knees and your pelvis and your torso and your shoulder blades and all of those parts of you that are expressive conduits, expressive places of your body, let them now all vibrate with a sigh. And as you sigh out through an open animal roar, you'll stretch and relax your tongue. And now some part of your body might be yearning to express again. And maybe it's an arm, maybe it's a leg. But you're going to yawn into that animal roar. Your whole body is going to vibrate. It's going to express out through some part of your body. And you will stretch and relax your tongue. And then through another part of your body. And then another part of your body expresses as you express out your actual mouth. Stretch and relax your tongue twice. And now continuing to let your body express out of whatever part it wants to express, and sigh and loosen the middle of your tongue. So if that shakes you, let's say, through your tailbone or your shoulders, it's not just a shake. It's that the tailbone or the shoulders or the shoulder blades are actually part of that expression. They are expressing the vibrations through that part of your body as you loosen your tongue. Could be a knee, could be a leg, it could be an elbow point, I don't know. And as you explore these, again, you can begin to feel and notice, pay attention to, what are the implications of this? What does this mean? What might I express through my body in this way and through my voice? And why might this be useful? Does it express desire? Does it express joy? Is it a seduction, you know? Are you showing off? Are you boasting? Let it go. Now breathe in and out on a whispered ka, and as you breathe in on the whispered ka, that breath is going to come and fill your body, and as you breathe out, that ka is going to express out through some part of your body that it wants to. And you let it go. And then again, you breathe in and out on a whispered ka, and then the outgoing ka will express out through a body part. And maybe even the incoming breath, let's say if it's your arm, the incoming breath sort of comes into that arm, and the outgoing ka expresses out that arm. And then you let it go. So you're breathing into a different body part each time and expressing out that same body part in the outgoing ka. Now you'll breathe in on a whispered ka into a body part that's yearning for it, perhaps, or just one that you choose. And then you'll call a high on sound vibration, and through that body part, you'll express that high, you'll call that high, and stretch and relax your tongue. And, you know, the one that we always do is the arm. So maybe we start there. High. But now it's not limited to this arm. You might wave with your butt, with your tail, with your knee, with your foot. Now, so now in dialogue with me, breathe in on a whispered ka. Let that go into a body part. Call a high out that body part. Stretch and relax your tongue twice. High. And then go back to that tongue loosening and let the tongue loosen through any part of your body that it wants to. Now, lengthen your neck up and back. Let your thought drop down into your chest, your torso, all the way down to your pelvic floor, all of those bits. And let your vibrations express now up through your whole torso, through your chest resonance. Now let that chest resonance express not just through your torso, but maybe through an arm, maybe through a leg, maybe through your tailbone. But let the breath come in. It immediately becomes resonant chest vibrational sound, which then expresses out through a body part. Remember, it can be small impulses, medium, or big, or large. Might just be the fingertips. Now, you don't have to keep your head lengthened back for this. Go and come and find your mouth resonance, picturing the space in your mouth, the open throat, all the way down to your pelvic floor. Mouth resonance. Feel the vibrations in your mouth space, your teeth, your hard palate, your jawbone. And let those vibrations not only just come out through your mouth, but let them now start to move and animate your body through whatever body part that they want to have their expression through. Ha. Ha. Ha 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 ha. 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 And then let that go. And now, let the vibrations come into your teeth. Throat is open, tongue is relaxed, directing those vibrations right into your teeth. Teeth resonance. He. 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 And now let that teeth resonance, let that become the expression through which this teeth resonant vibration starts to move and animate through your body in whatever way that it wants to. He, 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 he. And again, they can be big impulses, medium impulses, or small impulses. He, 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 come back to your mouth. Ah, let it move you. Ah, 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 back to chest. And as you explore this again through your chest, feel and register any implications of this, anything you feel that you might be expressing through your body and through this place in your voice. Now blend those three on hey, 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 hey. And now let that hey move and animate a body part. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. And now in dialogue with me, continue to let your body move however it's moving and expressing. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. And you can take longer. It does not have to go as quickly as I'm going. Hey. 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 Hey, hey. Let that go. Stand there and feel the intelligence of your body, the aliveness of your body, the alertness of your body, any sensations, whether it be tingly, feathery, bright, warm, and in whatever language is most comfortable for you, say, I feel, and whatever it is, however it is, that you feel now. I feel huge. And anything else that you feel, you'll say, I feel, in whatever language is most comfortable for you, and whatever that is. I feel awake. Something else. I feel my knees. I feel hot. I feel loud. I feel happy. I feel the smile on my face. Ha ha. Ha ha. As you return back to that touch of sound, ha ha. Remembering the power of the vibrations in you, the power that the vibrations of your voice had to move and animate and express through your entire body. Ha ha. And it began with that. Ha ha. Which began with breath. Which began with you and your thought and your feeling. Thank you for joining me today. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day.